open us up to infinite possibilities, more than you can imagine. The giving is for self. We're talking about grown-up stuff. And so the thing is this. If you've been given 1%, you know you're going to get 1% back. If you've been giving 50%, you know you're going to get 50% back. The law is absolute. If you've been given 100%, you know you're going to get 100% back. We all know this. And in this teaching, you learn that you can't give a little and expect to get a lot back. The law don't work like that. Turn to your neighbor and tell your neighbor, if you are giving a little and expecting to get a lot back, the law don't work like that. If you are giving a little and expecting to get a lot back, the law don't work like that. That's not how it works. And so when it comes to giving, oftentimes we find ourselves saying things like this: well, why should I give? Why should I give to her? Why should I give to him? Why should I give to you? Why should I give to them? We're talking about grown-up stuff. When you are led from within to give, you don't ask why. When the divine power and presence of God in you says stay, give more love, you stay and you give more love. When the divine power and presence in you says stay and give your money, you stay and you give your money. You trust the divine power and presence in you. If you're not giving, you might want to check within yourself to see if you're trusting the divine power and presence in you. Giving is about your direct relationship with your God. And if you aren't giving, you might want to check your relationship with your God. Catherine Ponder says this in Open Your Mind to Prosperity. She says, where you give is important. A tenth of what you give, you should be given a tenth of what you get. Give it impersonally, with no strings attached. Given to needy relatives or in other personal ways is not tithing, is not giving. When you do not give voluntarily to the constructive experiences of life, you will have to give involuntarily to the destructive experiences of life. When you do not give voluntarily to the constructive, to the things that build you up, to the things that support you, to the things that you can turn to in times of need, if you don't give to it constructively, give to things that's building you up in your life, you will give to the things that's tearing you down. Involuntarily. Give, you must. It is the law of the universe. Without strings attached. See, here's the thing. We're just invested in you changing your life. If you don't want to give to the centerpiece, go give to somebody. If you want your life to change. Whoever's feeding you, whatever spiritual work you have, whatever spiritual tools you are using, give. It's the principle. The law don't work like that. We're talking about grown-up things here. If you don't want to be grown, go to your room. So when we don't give, the thing is that we miss out on the opportunities to grow. This is about growing our faith. Growing our faith in God. Growing your faith in the God in you. Growing your faith in the divine power and presence of God in your life as your life. We're growing our faith to be moved in such a way that we become less concerned about what's in it for me. And what's in it for you is a greater understanding than the God that's in you. You always know that. My giving is an opportunity for a greater understanding of the divine power and presence in me. Doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. See? But when it comes to giving and talking about money, we get so far removed from this idea that we forget that there's a divine power and presence in us that knows. There's a divine power and presence in me that knows how to love when I don't know how to love. There's a divine power and presence in me that knows how to forgive when I don't know how to forgive. There's a divine power and presence in me that'll say, sit down when I don't want to sit down. There's a divine power and presence in me that says, be quiet when I don't want to be quiet. There's a divine power and presence in me that can do for me what I can't do for myself. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying to you. Giving is about understanding this divine power and presence within you. That's always in you, ever present, ready to lead, guide, and direct you in your life in all ways and in all manners, in every area of your life, yes, even with your money. So, we are here to prove the principles in our life. We are here to give 100% to the thing that we want to receive 100% in our life. You and I, we all get to decide individually and collectively. We all get to decide to look at what we have and to look at what we have to give. And give we must voluntarily, conscious to the things that's building us up, or involuntarily to the things that's tearing us down. Come on, practitioners. Help me anchor this idea so that we get it. In this moment of awareness and recognition, we know there's only one life, one mind, one power, one presence. One infinite intelligence, wisdom, all intelligence. We know that this power and this presence is everywhere. It's right here, right now, expressing in us, through us, and as us, individually and collectively. It is everywhere, in all things, in all of its infinite ideas. It's the fullness thereof, this great power and this great presence, whose guidance is perfect, whose direction is direct. And I know now in this moment that each one of us, we are one with it. That all of it is contained right where we are. All that it is contained in our thoughts about the past. All that it is contained in our thoughts about now. And all that it is will be in our thoughts about the future. So I declare in this moment in our oneness that we step into all that we are, realizing and recognizing that we have changed. And as I speak my word, I know now that we are letting go of the past. We are letting go of the old ideas around giving. We are releasing and loosening ourselves to become open and available to a new idea. We are opening ourselves to stand in the truth as we know it and to allow for an even greater expansion of what we know to be true to become even more true, where we become even more aware of the truth that is divine, that is everywhere, expressing in all things, through all things, and as all things. And I know now in this moment, our awareness of it causes it to be so, and that while we are here and when we walk out into the world, that this divine power and presence, it leads us, guides us, and directs us in all that we do. Where this power and this presence, it leads us and guides us and directs us in our giving. so that we give 100% with the greatest expectancy of getting it back 10 times fold. Oh, I don't know about you, but I'm giving because I know what's coming back. Oh, the love that I give and the love that you give, I know comes back as peace that you don't even understand. I know that the joy that you give, that it comes back to you in ideas and ways that you can't even imagine. I know now that the money that you give, that it goes out into the universe, circulates, helps people along the way to live their best life. And I know it comes back to you because I know the law and I know how the law works. So in this moment, I speak my word where we open up to getting more of this, to delving into understanding something that we don't understand, that we open up to seeing more, to understanding more. We open up our minds to have new thoughts about money and what money is in our life. And so we bless it. We give thanks for it. For all that we have now and all that we are expecting to receive, we give thanks. We give thanks for the perfect guidance that we receive. I don't have to worry about if I'm doing it right or if I'm doing it wrong. If I said the right thing or I said the wrong thing, or if I did the right thing or I did the wrong thing, if I gave too much or I gave too little. No, the divine presence of God leads us in our giving. Now, in all things, no longer concerned about the other, where our only concern is about our giving to ourselves. Oh, it's good. I give thanks for it in this moment. I celebrate it in my life. I celebrate it in your life, where I'm just moved in this moment to gather the words that have been spoken and placing them into the law of mind. That law of mind, I know that always says yes. That part of me that receives the word that has been spoken, that does not deny it, but affirms it. And so, from that place in that space where the demonstration has already been made, we live in it and from it, where I know that each one of us now in this moment are moved into an even greater expectancy of more and more money, of more and more love, of more and more peace, of more and more wisdom, of more and more understanding, of more and more of the all good, of more and more of God. So simply now in this moment, we let these words go, we let them be, and together, we anchor by saying, and so it is. And so it is.